Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. The topic I'm going to discuss today is climate change and extreme weather. As we all know, humans, like all living creatures on the earth, depend on certain environmental conditions to survive, such as proper temperature, ecological balance, and food supplies. That is why we cannot find a second Earth in our universe, and we must protect our planet carefully. However, past decades have witnessed a distinct global phenomenon, namely the climate change. In scientific terms, climate change refers to the long-term shift in temperature and weather patterns. These changes might be natural sometimes, but from 200 years, human beings have played a major role in the process, and its negative consequences, such as extreme weather, are becoming more and more terrifying and unbearable. One example is the deadly heat waves. Every summer, we are getting more familiar with news items about how heat waves kill people in different parts of the world. In 2021, a research team reported that for the 732 sets on 6 containers they studied, on average 37% of all heat-related deaths can be pinned directly on climate change. This shows that climate change is the main reason for the rising frequency of heat waves in summer. Some scientists even pose a very critical question: how hot will Earth getting by the end of the century? After running their climate models, one possible scenario is that in the year of 2100, the global temperature will increase 5 degrees Celsius. Some experts contradict this estimate because they believe that countries will begin to curb their coal use. However, when the Earth is getting warmer, the Arctic permafrost might freeze, releasing a massive amount of methane, and this will cause a similar effect for fossil fuel use. Therefore, the nightmare of extreme heat waves is not impossible in future. Another scary concern is the rising sea level. There are actually various causes: the melting of sea ice and glaciers, and the loss of ice mass from the Greenland and Antarctica ice sheets are certainly one direct reason, but the thermal explanation of ocean is more important, because over 90% of heat in the air will be absorbed by the ocean. So when the Earth is getting warmer every year, the thermal expansion of ocean can be well expected. When the ocean expands in its volume, the sea level rising substantially, which might pose threat to coastal cities, causing seawall retreats and coastal erosion. This directly endangers people living in the coastal cities, and one recent search shows that over 410 million people are predicted to be at risk from rising sea level by 2100. All of us depend on food supplies, and that is why agriculture is a staple industry for human beings. However, with the climate change and extreme weather, agriculture production will be disrupted and food available will also be affected. It is extremely that 1 degree Celsius increase in temperature may reduce the yield of wild soybean, nuts, and potato by 3 to 7%. Moreover, extreme weather such as droughts, floods, hurricanes can easily destroy farms and plants, leading to agricultural disasters on the global level. In short, if we don't combine climate change and track the issue of extreme weather, our food security will be seriously missed. All the aforementioned facts will lead the economy losses. Poverty will be aggravant both locally and globally. The increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events like hurricanes, wildfires, and drought. Those threaten lives in these frontline communities, driving people from their homes and food sources, also their livelihoods. Data shows that the economies in South and Southeast Asia were the most susceptible to the physical risk associated with global warming. This is the so-called issue of climate injustice. The impacts of climate change will not be borne equally or fairly between rich and poor, women and men, and older and younger generation. This means that those countries who contribute most of the climate change will receive the least portion of the negative consequences. Indeed, climate change is not only an issue of environmental consequential, but also an issue of justice and human rights. In conclusion, climate change is a crucial issue that all countries must join together to tackle. Otherwise, in the end of the century, we might see disasters happening more frequently and affects everyone's life quality. So, what can humans do to curb the trend of global warming and lessen the frequency of extreme weathers? The bottom line is the decarbonization in human lifestyle. We must stop the rising level of carbon dioxide emission and following the current global framework set up by the intergovernmental agreements, such as the Paris Agreement. Thank you.